slipping into winter here at Rose's Cafe. It's cold and wet and blustery outside. But inside the kitchen here it's warm and cozy. It's the perfect day to cook up some nice Thanksgiving comfort food. So today, the first thing we're going to make is garlic butter roasted chicken. Okay, while we're getting our chicken ready to roast, we're going to set the oven to 375 and let it preheat for a while. The bird I've selected for my Thanksgiving feast is this 3 1/2 pound young chicken that I picked up at the grocery store the other day. Now for my Filipino friends watching, this bird weighs over or just over 1.5 kilos. Okay, you want to remove the chicken from its wrapping. Usually inside the chicken, inside the body cavity, they stuff the giblets. That is the neck, the liver, the heart, the gizzard. You want to pull all that out. Sometimes you might want to save that for other things and sometimes not. I don't particularly care for them, so I usually just discard them. You want to tuck the wings in nice and tight to the body and tie the legs together. And once that's done, we're going to put this into a shallow roasting pan, like that. Okay, a suggestion that Rose just gave me was to use toothpicks to secure the wings against the body. So we're going to try that, see if that keeps them in place while it's cooking. Set our timer for about 45 minutes and start it. Now while the chicken is roasting, we're going to prepare the vegetables and the garlic. Now the vegetables I'm going to prepare at this point are going to be carrots, potatoes, and onions. All three of these will be washed and peeled and cut into 1 to 2 inch pieces. Also, I have 5 cloves of garlic, more or less. Looks like more, that's fine. But I'm going to peel that and I'm going to mince it. I have a lot of fond memories of Thanksgiving. When I was a kid, my brother and sister would come home from college. The whole family would be together. We'd be inside our house on a cold winter day, a lot like today. We'd be enjoying each other's company. Maybe there'd be a football game or a parade on TV. The smell of the turkey that my mother was roasting would come out of the kitchen together with the cranberry sauce, the giblet gravy, the sage stuffing. So you might wonder, why am I not roasting turkey today? Well, it's because on this day, I'm the only one that's actually here. Rose and I haven't quite figured out how to email turkey to each other. So I'm the only one who gets to eat, and Tommy, well, he doesn't get to eat people food. So turkeys are big. And even though I could buy a turkey breast, the breast is actually not my favorite part of the turkey. The dark meat is. So I opted to have a smaller relative of a turkey, a nice chicken that I could roast and eat the whole thing myself within a day or two. So that's why we're having roast chicken for Thanksgiving dinner today. Okay, so I've been working on the vegetables, and here are the fruits of my labor so far. I have the onions, the potatoes, and the carrots. They're all washed, peeled, and cut into 1 to 2 inch pieces. Okay, and here's what's going to become the garlic butter. That's about 5 cloves of minced garlic there, and about 3 tablespoons of margarine, not really butter, but it'll work. Divided into 2 sections, 1 tablespoon and then another section of 2 tablespoons. About a tablespoon of salt and a teaspoon of freshly ground black peppercorn. Okay, now first we're going to make the garlic butter here, which involves melting about a tablespoon of the butter or margarine in a skillet and adding the garlic. We're going to saute that for a little while just until the garlic is translucent and the aroma starts to come out. Once we've accomplished that, we're going to add the rest of the butter and let that melt. And finally, we're going to add the salt and the ground pepper. Mix it up really good. And we're going to transfer that to a bowl. Now that's going to be the stuff that we're going to drizzle on top of the turkey, on top of the chicken and the vegetables. And we're going to do that in just a minute. We're going to let it stay right there on top of the oven where it'll stay warm and liquefied until we do that. Okay, so here's our chicken after about 45 minutes. You can see it's probably halfway done. It looks like our little twisty tie wires came loose on the legs, but I'm not particularly worried about that. But Rose's idea with the toothpicks seemed to be working well. Okay, the first thing we want to do is arrange the vegetables in the pan around the chicken. Kind of evenly distributed. Now we're going to baste our chicken and the vegetables with our garlic butter, salt and pepper mixture here. Try to get everything good and coated. Once you've got the chicken good and coated, the excess you can kind of distribute out among the vegetables. Now these vegetables are going to cook and they're going to soak up the chicken juices and it should be really good. So at this point we're going to put the chicken back in the oven for about another 45 minutes to an hour. Time's up, and here's my Thanksgiving dinner. All that hard work cooking has made me hungry, so if you don't mind, I'm going to go now so I can carve this bad boy up and have my Thanksgiving dinner. Thanks for coming. We'll see you next time at Rose's Cafe.